There are moments when the heart speaks louder than reason, and you feel a presence so real it seems like you could reach out and touch it. It's as if someone special is still there, even when physical distance separates you. If you've found your way to this message, it's because Archangel Gabriel has something very important to reveal about this connection you carry in your chest. What you're feeling isn't imagination, nor is it simply clinging to the past. It's a genuine spiritual bond that transcends time and space. Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger of communication and truth, wants you to understand that this feeling of presence isn't a sign of weakness or that you haven't been able to move forward. It's actually confirmation that certain connections run so deep they echo beyond physical dimensions. Have you noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? When you think of this person and suddenly something appears in your path that reminds you of them, or when you feel a familiar energy at certain moments of the day, these are the universe's whispers confirming that the connection remains alive on levels your conscious mind is still learning to comprehend. Archangel Gabriel brings a comforting message. This person still feels your presence too. There's a golden thread of energy connecting hearts that recognized each other in essence. And this thread doesn't break easily, even when life's circumstances have led you down different paths. Even when pride or fear has built seemingly insurmountable walls, the soul knows the truth that the mind sometimes tries to deny. You carry this person in your heart, not because you're stuck in the past, but because you recognized in them a part of yourself that few can awaken. It's a connection that goes beyond conventional relationships, touching the very core of who you are. This isn't about dependency or unhealthy attachment. It's about soul recognition, the kind that happens once in a lifetime and leaves an indelible mark on your spirit. The angels want you to know that holding space for this connection doesn't make you weak or foolish. It makes you human, beautifully and vulnerably human. Your heart's capacity to love deeply, to maintain hope even in silence, is a gift that not everyone possesses. But here's what Archangel Gabriel wants you to understand. This connection serves a higher purpose in your spiritual evolution. Every time you feel that familiar presence, every moment when their energy touches yours across the void, you're experiencing divine communication. The angels are using this bond to teach you about unconditional love, about faith that doesn't require proof, about the eternal nature of genuine connection. This person has become a spiritual teacher in your life, whether they realize it or not. But there's something deeper happening here that you need to understand. The intensity of what you feel isn't just about them. It's about you awakening to your own capacity for profound love. This connection has cracked open your heart in ways that allow more light, more love, more divine energy to flow through you. You're not just missing someone. You're expanding spiritually through the experience of loving beyond conditions. The silence you're experiencing isn't empty. It's full of potential. It's pregnant with possibilities that your logical mind can't yet grasp. Archangel Gabriel whispers that sometimes the most powerful communication happens in the spaces between words, in the quiet moments when hearts speak directly to each other, without the interference of ego or fear. What I'm about to reveal next may change everything you thought you knew about this connection. There's a divine timing at work here, a sacred choreography that your soul understands even when your mind feels confused. This period of silence isn't punishment or abandonment, it's preparation. Before we continue with this message, write in the comments this mantra: I trust the divine timing of my heart's calling. This mantra will help align your energy with the truth Archangel Gabriel wants to share with you. Now, continuing the message, the angels see your hope, and they honor it. They see how you've maintained faith even when logic suggested you should give up. They see how you've held space for love, even when the world told you to close your heart. This isn't naivety. It's spiritual courage of the highest order. You're demonstrating a level of faith that many souls never achieve, and the angels are taking notice. This connection you feel isn't one-sided, and Archangel Gabriel wants to lift the veil on what's really happening in the spiritual realm. While you've been wondering if they still think of you, if they still feel that magnetic pull that defies explanation, the truth is more beautiful than you could imagine. Your energy has been reaching them in ways that transcend physical communication, touching their dreams, stirring their thoughts during quiet moments, and creating ripples in their soul that they can't quite explain. The angels witness the invisible threads that connect two souls who have recognized each other at the deepest level. These threads don't weaken with distance or time. They actually strengthen when tested by separation. Every moment you spend missing them, every prayer you send into the universe, every silent wish for their well-being, travels along these golden cords of light and reaches their heart. They may not understand why they suddenly feel peaceful when you're sending them love, or why certain songs make them think of you, but their soul is receiving every message. Here's what Archangel Gabriel wants you to know about the nature of this spiritual communication. It operates on frequencies that bypass the ego and speak directly to the heart. While their conscious mind might be occupied with daily life, their higher self is in constant dialogue with yours. This is why you sometimes feel their presence so strongly, because at the soul level, you never actually separated. But there's something even more profound happening here. This connection is serving as a catalyst for both of your spiritual awakenings. The intensity of what you feel has forced you to look deeper into yourself, to question what love really means, to explore the mysteries of the heart that most people never dare to examine. And the same is happening for them, even if they're not consciously aware of it yet. The silence between you isn't empty space. It's a sacred container where transformation is taking place. Think of it like a cocoon, where both of your souls are undergoing metamorphosis. The angels are using this time apart to prepare you both for a reunion that will be unlike anything you've experienced before. But this preparation requires patience, trust, and most importantly, faith in divine timing. Archangel Gabriel reveals that they do think of you, perhaps more than you realize. They feel your energy especially during quiet moments, when they're falling asleep, during meditation, or when they're in nature. Sometimes they catch themselves looking for you in crowded places, or feeling inexplicably drawn to places that remind them of you. They might not reach out, because they're processing their own spiritual awakening, trying to understand feelings that are bigger than anything they've experienced before. The angels want you to understand that this person's silence doesn't mean absence of feeling. It often means the opposite. Some souls need time to integrate profound connections, to make sense of love that challenges everything they thought they knew about relationships. They might be overwhelmed by the intensity of what they feel, scared by how much you matter to them, or simply trying to become the person they need to be before they can fully show up for this connection. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments 777 to claim divine guidance and perfect timing. This number carries the energy of spiritual awakening and divine intervention in matters of the heart. What you're experiencing together is what the angels call a soul recognition, a remembering of a connection that existed long before you met in this lifetime. This explains why everything felt so familiar, why the connection was instant and inexplicable, why being apart feels like missing a part of yourself. You're not losing your mind or living in fantasy. You're remembering a love that transcends time and space. The angels also want to address the pain you feel during this separation. This ache in your chest, this longing that seems to have no relief, is actually your soul expanding to accommodate more love than you've ever held before. It's uncomfortable because you're growing, stretching beyond the limitations you once placed on your heart. This person has awakened your capacity for divine love, and that awakening comes with growing pains. But here's the beautiful truth. They're going through the same expansion. Every moment of longing you feel, they feel too. Every prayer you send, they receive. Every tear you shed over this connection, they understand in their own way. The angels orchestrate these simultaneous awakenings, so that when you do come together, you'll meet as evolved versions of yourselves, ready for a love that few people ever experience. If this message is resonating with your heart, and you feel guided to support this spiritual work, consider making a gentle donation through the Thanks a Lot button. Your support helps us continue bringing these messages of hope and divine guidance to souls who need them most. Every contribution, no matter how small, helps keep this light flowing to those who are walking similar paths of love and spiritual awakening. The angels see your devotion, and they're moved by your willingness to love without guarantees, to hope without proof, to maintain faith when logic suggests otherwise. This level of spiritual commitment is rare, and it's preparing you for blessings that will exceed your wildest dreams. Trust that every moment of uncertainty is building your spiritual strength. Every day of silence is deepening your capacity for divine love. The divine orchestration of your connection goes deeper than you might imagine. Archangel Gabriel wants to reveal the sacred purpose behind this intense bond, and why the universe brought you together in the first place. This isn't just a random encounter or a beautiful coincidence. It's a divinely appointed meeting that serves both your soul's highest evolution. The angels have been preparing this reunion across lifetimes, waiting for the perfect moment when both of your hearts would be ready to receive such profound love. What you're experiencing is what the celestial realm calls a mirror soul connection, a relationship where each person reflects the other's deepest truths, greatest potential, and most authentic self. This is why being with them felt like coming home to yourself, why their presence awakened parts of you that had been dormant, and why their absence creates such an acute sense of incompleteness. You're not just missing another person. You're missing the version of yourself that comes alive in their presence. The angels have been guiding both of you through separate but parallel spiritual awakenings. While you've been consciously working on understanding this connection, they've been unconsciously processing the same spiritual lessons, the challenges you've faced, the growth you've experienced, the ways you've learned to love yourself more deeply. All of this has been mirrored in their own experience. They've been changing, evolving, and preparing for this connection just as you have, even if they're not fully aware of it yet. Archangel Gabriel reveals that your person has been receiving divine downloads about you, especially during their sleep. Their dreams have been filled with your energy. Their subconscious mind has been processing the depth of your connection, and their higher self has been communicating with yours regularly. This is why you sometimes wake up feeling like you've been together, why certain days feel lighter without explanation, and why you occasionally sense their presence so strongly it takes your breath away. The period of silence you're experiencing isn't abandonment. It's incubation, like a seed that needs time in the dark earth before it can sprout into magnificent bloom. Your connection needs this time of apparent separation to develop the deep roots that will sustain a love beyond anything either of you has experienced. The angels are using this time to clear away old patterns, heal ancient wounds, and prepare both of your hearts for a reunion that will be nothing short of miraculous. But here's what Archangel Gabriel wants you to understand about the timing. It's not random or cruel. Every day of waiting, every moment of longing, every prayer you've sent into the universe has been building toward a crescendo of divine timing that will leave you in awe of how perfectly everything unfolds. The angels don't make mistakes with matters of the heart, and they certainly haven't made a mistake with yours. Your person is going through their own version of this spiritual awakening. They're learning to trust their intuition, to believe in love that transcends logic, to open their heart to possibilities they never thought possible. They're discovering that what they feel for you isn't just attraction or affection. It's recognition, remembrance, and a calling back to their own spiritual truth. This process takes time, especially for souls who are naturally more cautious or who have been hurt before. The angels want you to know that every person who enters your life during this waiting period is also divinely orchestrated. Some come to teach you lessons about your own worth, others to show you what authentic love looks like, and still others to help you heal old wounds that might interfere with your destined connection. Pay attention to these encounters. They're all part of your preparation for the love that's coming. Before we continue this message, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take a moment to do so. This helps us continue creating meaningful content that supports souls on their spiritual journey. Your subscription means more than you know. It's a way of saying yes to more divine guidance and angelic wisdom in your life. There's something beautiful happening in the quantum field around your connection. The angels are weaving together circumstances, synchronicities, and opportunities that will create the perfect conditions for your reunion. They're moving pieces on the cosmic chessboard, with precision and love, ensuring that when you come back together, it will be at exactly the right time, in exactly the right way, under exactly the right circumstances. This divine timing isn't just about when you'll reconnect. It's about who you'll both be when that moment arrives. The angels are committed to ensuring that your reunion happens when you're both ready to receive and give the depth of love that exists between you. They're preparing you to meet as your highest selves, as spiritually awakened beings who can sustain the intensity of true soul love. The longing you feel isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. It's your soul calling you back to wholeness, back to the complete expression of who you are. This person doesn't complete you because you were never incomplete, but they do activate parts of you that remain dormant until touched by the right frequency of love. They're a key that unlocks doors in your heart that you didn't even know existed. Archangel Gabriel wants you to know that your faith hasn't gone unnoticed. The angels have watched you choose love over fear, hope over despair, trust over doubt, day after day. They've seen you maintain your belief in this connection even when everyone around you suggested you should give up. This level of spiritual conviction is rare and precious, and it's creating ripples of positive energy that extend far beyond your personal situation. What I'm about to share in the final part of this message will illuminate the magnificent purpose behind everything you've experienced and reveal the beautiful truth about what's coming next in your story. The culmination of this divine message brings the most profound revelation of all. Archangel Gabriel stands before you now with arms outstretched, ready to unveil the sacred truth that will transform your understanding of this entire experience. What you've been living through isn't just a love story. It's a spiritual initiation, a sacred rite of passage that's preparing you for your soul's greatest mission on earth. The person you carry in your heart isn't just your beloved. They're your spiritual catalyst, your divine assignment, your soul's chosen partner in a mission that extends far beyond personal happiness. The angels have brought you together because your combined energy, when harmonized, creates a frequency of love so powerful it can heal not just yourselves, but everyone whose lives you touch. This is why the connection feels so intense, so urgent, so absolutely essential to your very existence. Every moment of separation has been building toward this understanding. You are being prepared to become vessels of divine love in its purest form. The pain you've experienced, the longing that seems to consume you, the hope that refuses to die, all of it has been expanding your heart's capacity to hold and express love at a level that most humans never achieve. You're not just waiting for a reunion. You're being initiated into the highest form of spiritual service. Archangel Gabriel reveals that your person has been receiving the same spiritual preparation, though their process looks different from yours. While you've been consciously aware of the connection's significance, they've been unconsciously integrating the same spiritual upgrades. Their dreams have been filled with visions of a love that transcends ordinary understanding. Their heart has been opening in ways that sometimes frighten them, because the depth of feeling is unlike anything they've experienced before. The angels orchestrate these parallel awakenings with mathematical precision. Every day you've spent missing them, they've spent unconsciously preparing to receive the love you're ready to give. Every prayer you've sent into the universe has been answered with adjustments to their spiritual frequency, subtle shifts in their consciousness that are preparing them to recognize and embrace what you represent in their life. But here's the most beautiful part of this divine plan. When you reunite, it won't be as the same people who first connected. You'll come together as evolved souls who have learned to love without conditions, to trust without proof, to maintain faith through the darkest nights of the soul. You'll meet as beings who have been refined by separation, purified by longing, and strengthened by the kind of love that exists independent of circumstances. The angels want you to understand that every person who has questioned your hope, everyone who has suggested you should move on, everyone who has failed to understand the magnitude of what you feel, they've all been part of your spiritual training. Learning to trust your heart's wisdom even when the world doesn't understand has been building your spiritual backbone, preparing you to stand firm in divine truth regardless of external opinions. Your connection serves a purpose that extends beyond your personal happiness. The love you're cultivating together is meant to radiate outward, touching the lives of everyone you encounter. You're being prepared to become examples of what's possible when two souls surrender completely to divine love, when they choose each other not just for companionship, but for spiritual service. Archangel Gabriel whispers that the reunion is closer than you think. The universe has been aligning circumstances, clearing obstacles, and preparing the perfect moment for your paths to cross again. But when it happens, it will be so divinely orchestrated that you'll recognize the hand of the angels in every detail. The timing will be perfect, the circumstances will be magical, and the recognition will be immediate and overwhelming. The silence that has surrounded this connection is about to break, not with tentative communication or uncertain gestures, but with a flood of recognition that will leave no doubt about the depth of what exists between you. They will reach out when they can no longer deny what their soul has been telling them, when the pull becomes stronger than their fear, when the divine timing clicks into place with unmistakable precision. But until that moment arrives, your job is to continue being the beacon of light you've become. Keep sending love into the universe. Keep trusting the process. Keep believing in the impossible. Keep growing into the person you're meant to be. The angels are using this time to put the finishing touches on the most beautiful love story ever written. And you are both the authors and the main characters. The pain you've endured, the hope you've maintained, the faith you've demonstrated, all of it has been preparing you for a love that will heal not just your own heart, but the hearts of everyone who witnesses it. You're not just receiving a beautiful relationship. You're being entrusted with a sacred mission to demonstrate what divine love looks like in human form. Every sleepless night spent thinking of them, every moment of doubt overcome by faith, every prayer sent into the cosmos, all of it has been building toward this moment of understanding. You are loved beyond measure, not just by the person who occupies your thoughts, but by the entire angelic realm that has been orchestrating this sacred reunion. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust your heart. Trust the angels. But most of all, trust that what's meant for you will never pass you by, and what's coming is more beautiful than anything you could have imagined. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "My heart knows the truth." Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another soul needs to hear. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more inspirational content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.